Wanna fall with a real one? Yeah, I know you wanna fall with a real one. Wanna fall with a real one? Yeah, I know you wanna fall with a real one.
And we have liftoff. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Real Ones Podcast. As always, the Real Ones Podcast is brought to you by Pipe King. You can find them online at thepipeking.com.
Purple Kush.
They got you covered on all of your needs. If you're looking for heady glass, any kind of smoking pieces, accessories, utensils, you name it.
Run it up.
They got it. Hit them up right now. Type in discount code Purple Kush. That's all lowercase PURPLEKUSH. Hit them up. You get 25% off with our discount code. And yeah, if you get something off there, add us on Instagram. Show us what you got. I saw somebody, like I said the other day, people have been getting mean deals over there, especially on the Puffco.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Check them
They
out.
got the Puffco.
Huh?
They got the Puffco.
Yeah.
How much they got it for?
Hey, did you guys see Puffco got hit with a class action lawsuit last week?
Ooh, yeah, that's a touchy subject, huh?
Maybe we'll get into that.
Yeah. We are also brought to you by Made from Dirt Organics. They are medicated topicals, guys. Check them out. They're in stores statewide. You know, I still use them every night. Definitely one of the better topicals on the market. So yeah, check them out. MadeFromDirtOrganics.com. And like we said, they're great people, and they provide a great product. So check them out.
And they're made from dirt, so how can you be mad at that? You know?
They're made from dirt, and they're organic, bro.
Where they at?
In the day and age where everything is made out of a bunch of shit you can't pronounce,
Isn't that crazy?
these boys are made from dirt.
When you look at the back of something you're about to eat or drink, you're like, all right, I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah. I don't know what any of that means, man. What is that?
For those of you listening to the podcast wondering who the mystery voice on the mic is, we got Anthony Bananas in the house today.
How we doing?
Anthony Bananas.
The name comes from a long lineage of plantains.
Antoine Bagnana.
One of my long friends from college, I guess. We met, freshman or sophomore year of college? Something like that.
It's funny to say, I get when I was 20.
Yeah, I was 19.
Kind of a long time ago already.
I'm turning
huh?
30 March 27th.
Ooh,
So 10 years.
Ouchie.
How does it feel to say that?
Pretty cool, to be honest.
Really?
I made it.
I'm dreading it, bro.
I made it, honestly. The 20s were a lot of fucking learning curves.
The
in my opinion.
20s are the hardest years of life, for sure.
I think they're funnest, but they're for sure the hardest in terms of like learning.
They're the hardest mentally and just like figuring out like, what do I do with my life?
Yeah,
and,
when
like,
you look in the mirror and you don't know what you're doing.
like, what am I doing, dude? Am I a loser? Like,
And
am
then
I
you do it the next day again.
Yeah, and you're just, in your 20s, you're given so many like different routes that you could. 20s are all about choices.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
so I know for a fact that my mind races nonstop. So that's what I feel like I wasn't even aware of earlier in my 20s. Like, I would just be nonstop going. Now I at least kind of understand who I am and how I
Try to slow it down a little bit.
Well, I gotta write shit down.
Yeah.
You know, if I write shit down, then I feel like I'm almost using my tools to my advantage rather than against me. When you have too many thoughts, you kind of drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Rather than just.
I'm the same way.
I feel like we're all kind of similar. When I think about the three of us and our personalities, we're all kind of similar in that way that like we're creatives and we're always kind of like running ideas up here. But we're also stoners. We sit around, we smoke a bunch of weed. So if you don't fucking write them down,
dude, they're gone. Yeah.
I mean, we are great content producers, but organizers and like executors is the challenge for people that have a constant flow of ideas.
Yeah, because this thing goes nonstop.
Well,
dude.
I've got fucking 5,000 ideas for the day. How am I supposed to stick to one?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Bro,
like bing, 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 bing.
He showed me some of these ads that you did. I don't know how long ago. I don't know if those were in college or whatever. But like you got obviously the creative skills were there. That was on display, full-fledged. But I didn't know you could edit that well too.
Oh,
those were done very well.
The Listerene one.
Oh, it's a hot commercial.
It's hot, dude.
It's hot, dude. The lip curl still has not gone worldwide.
Can we play that right now? Can we play that? I think we should play that for him right now.
Let's do it.
We can do it. It's honestly a great one. All you got to do is YouTube.
You got the keyboard over there. Dig that one up. It's got to be out there somewhere.
Listerene Super Bowl commercial, and it'll pop up.
Really? It's public?
Yeah.
So what was this like a project for school, or did you just used to do these for fun?
No, they said make a commercial, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're hitting the lip curl tonight, and we're fucking making a commercial. There it is. How many? You got 1.7 thousand hits. Well, I mean,
we're gonna bump this up
hits.
for you right here.
Oh yeah.
Sound effects are on point on this.
They are.
This is awesome. Where'd you get this?
This is great. These graphics.
This part you stole from the actual Listerene commercial.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. But
Hey, baby. How you doing?
That lip curl.
That lip curl.
it would have been great if I fucking.
There's
she would've
no
been
deeper
naked.
clean than Listerene.
Oh, exactly.
So, yeah, for those of you that are the YouTube viewers, I feel like I'm rapping over a fucking
I
beat
know.
now. For the YouTube viewers that are out there and got to watch that,
That was classic.
That makes sense. If you were just listening to that, that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense
Not at all.
whatsoever. But
Pass, man.
we definitely need to do some shit.
There's
We
one right here
definitely
for you.
we've been talking
that
about
mine?
doing a couple little projects as far as like media wise. We definitely got to get together and work on some shit.
One of the coolest things we're gonna do is rent a fucking RV, wrap it with the Turpex logos, hang outside of dispensaries.
Yes. Actually, 420 for at Theraleaf. I think I'm putting it into action. I'm talking to them over there. so
Barbecuing and shit.
we're gonna get the RV. I don't know. The RV might be a stretch because that's so close. It's only
I
like
think we could do it.
it's like 2 months away. We could do it.
Oh, that'd be
Do
no
it?
problem to get an RV in that.
I think we
time.
gotta
Just
hit
rent an RV and slap a Turpex magnet on it,
and
dude.
hit multiple spots that got the product and let everybody be rewarded.
Dude, let's just rent one for a week and do a fucking tour.
Dude, no. Now
You
you're
know?
talking.
Get the weekly rate, fucking drive all up and down the state.
That's exactly what I think would be a great time.
Just giving out swag, fucking cute
That's-
barbecuing, fucking
That's letting people
bring that
know.
barbecue bad boy with us.
Bobby Lon.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
That's what I feel like is the dream.
That's the dream, bro.
Thanks for buying our drugs.
Yeah.
Here's a hot dog.
Thanks for buying our drugs. That needs to be a T-shirt.
It should be.
Turpex T-shirt.
Turpex t-shirt, trademark. Buy our drugs, thank you. Or don't buy other people's drugs. Start calling people out that you don't like.
Fuck corporate weed. Hashtag.
Just put all the list of all the people. You want this thing? You got the piper over there.
I'm fucking bonging it up over here.
He's bonging it up.
That last one got milky. Actually, I will hit that. What do you got rolled up over there?
That's the Blanco Gelato.
I've been enjoying the shit out of this.
It's very tasty.
Yeah. I've only smoked one other joint of it, but I've been enjoying a lot of it through the bong.
Yeah.
The gelato has a very distinct taste. How would you describe it though? It's like
This stuff is more like skunky than gelato
Yeah.
that I'm used to, and it has like kind of that funky undertone of just classic
like-
skunky danky weed. You
it's
know?
like it's like skunky creamy. It's like a skunky orange cream almost. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's pretty heavy. To be honest. You just started coughing right there like a
Like a
rookie.
rookie. Oh, here we go. Coming back here.
We need to get like a little fucking train right here on the track that we can just press the button. And
Yeah.
back and forth, past
That would be
joints.
great.
That would be awesome.
So we brought you on the show, obviously, today to talk about just the state of the cannabis industry for those of you out there that have been watching the channel for a while. You might remember the Blunt Talk series that we did for a little bit. We had Ant on one time, and we kind of, got into a little bit of discussion of
Where it was
the
at.
industry at that time, but that was like almost a year ago now, and things progressed quickly. Why don't you just start kind of from the beginning? How did you get into the industry, and how did you get into cannabis sales?
So I knew that cannabis sales was gonna like blow up. I knew that the job like niche of selling weed would pay pretty well. Probably 2 years ago, because I remember applying to a bunch of jobs, in 2016, and not getting hired for like 8 months.
Yeah, I remember you kept saying like, "Man, these guys are putting me through like crazy interview processes."
Yeah,
shit.
and then they wouldn't hire me, and I'd be like, "This is fucking crazy. Like, how are these people not hiring me? I've been selling weed since I was 14, and I got a graduate school degree. Like, I guarantee nobody I went to grad school with was selling weed."
Yeah.
And
Did
then-
you ever come up with an idea for what the reason was that you weren't getting hired?
Well, now that I see like a couple of reasons, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was also just not the right fit, And I
Yeah.
don't think there was a lot of like
I mean, wouldn't you say you kind of had to also kind of mold from like a D-boy to like a fucking...
Yeah, that happened over getting fired twice.
Yeah.
You know, boom, you get fired twice. You're like, all right, I got to obviously change up the game here.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why you didn't get hired at first, though, I would assume,
Yeah,
right? Because
exactly.
you went in like, yo, I've been slanging dope. And they're like, whoa. Like,
It wasn't even, it was just more or less like, here's the thing that I think the people that sell weed before the way weed's being sold now is like, usually you sell weed to your homies, you know, like the black market was like, yo, I'm gonna call the guy that I trust, you know, to get the weed or whatever.
right.
And then this way it's like, this is business. You know, it's not like,
It used to be more relationship based. Now it's all about marketing.
yeah, I mean, it's still relationship based, like at its root right now.
They
you
have
know?
Yeah.
buyers to
To
distributors.
buyers, yeah. You know, like the relationship's still like the number one priority thing, but
There's just another layer in between you and the end consumer.
yeah,
You know, and that layer requires slightly different finesse to be successful at. You
for
know?
sure. I mean, like
Yeah.
Dan B is out there. You know, he's selling weed in L.A. all day.
Yeah, Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah,
Is Ignite doing good?
I mean, it's got to be selling in L.A. He's got fucking 9,000 billboards, and he's got
Yeah, he's,
parties at his
Yeah, but how
house.
many of these companies do we see, which is another big topic to discuss, is just like how many of these companies look so huge from the outside, look like they're doing crazy numbers from the outside, but it's just being pumped up with all this fucking
bullshit.
outside corporate money that's just trying to get in while everything's hot.
It's all fugazi. I can almost guarantee that a lot of these companies are just faking the funk.
There's a
Well,
lot
they're all
of these
just gonna
$100
get-
million weed companies that have been losing their ass since
They
the
all
jump.
they haven't made a dime.
So, but here's the thing, though. It's like the race is to get bought by $1 billion. Who the fuck cares if you spent 300 million, or if you broke even, or if you made 1 million, or if you lost 700 million? Like, who got the $1 billion contract?
Yeah, well, that's obvious, but like I'd say right now, the stage of the marijuana game is like nobody's making money. You know, everyone's just trying
People are
to.
making
Everyone.
money.
I mean, there's people making money, but what I'm saying is these big corporate companies aren't making money. They're losing lots of money, but they're
numbers.
They're losing hell of money because they're trying to strengthen their portfolio. They're trying to buy up.
Because right now is the start of the race.
Yeah, they're trying to buy up brands and or retail spots or
So-
licenses to strengthen their portfolio. So that's why they're losing hell of money.
Well,
and market
they're
share,
they're
right?
just dumping money out, like
Because-
MedMen and shit. They're just dumping money out.
It's because they're everybody's trying to race ahead to a certain point where nobody else can compete with them.
Right.
But and everybody's in their own different lane, right? Trying to race to a certain spot. But like, if you can be the number one by, 12 times or 100 times or whatever it is in second place, like, there's not.
It's market share.
Yeah, that's
People
what it
are-
is. I feel like all these corporate companies are looking at the money that they're spending, all these millions that they're spending right now and not really getting back at all. They're looking at that as the cost of acquiring the market share.
Yes,
and
exactly.
not about building a brand or a model that is successful right now, tomorrow, next year, yesterday. Like,
It's because there's too much
all about-
opportunity to try to
Right.
to stay stagnant. To be like, all right, we're gonna be good, settle here. It's like, no, right now you should try to just literally dominate and shit away everybody. So, like Coca-Cola was like one of the number one rated brands in the whole entire world.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw this thing the other day. It was like it was the number one brand at one point, and it's like fucking Coca-Cola,
A soda, a
soda?
sugar, fucking a most unhealthy thing for you.
It's
Was there-
everywhere, though. Think about
It's
it.
everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere. Vending machines everywhere. Fucking ballparks.
Where can you go to get food that you can't get a Coke?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And they used to have real cocaine in that thing. So imagine how early on how much they succeeded past everybody
Oh
else.
my God, it was addictive.
Dude, think about that. Being like, yo, hey, there's this new sugar water out that tastes good with bubbles.
And it gets you a little cracked
And it
out.
gets you, you're fucking on
Gets you
fire.
zinging. Gets
Yeah.
you stamped, as Bobby Long would say. No,
That is
but dude,
great.
this is crazy though, because like, all these corporate companies, they don't we, believe it or not, know what's going on in the cannabis industry more than anybody, I would almost say, because we're on the ground floor. We go to these shops every single day. We deliver donuts. We fucking talk to the buyers. We ask them what's moving. We ask them what's not. We are the ground floor of this. And I say that humbly. I'm not trying to boast here.
So it's funny because I feel like we really know what's going on, but I at the same time I feel like I don't know what's going on at all.
It's such a moving target.
But I'm saying
You know?
people above us could be making so many moves
Right.
to the point where it doesn't even matter who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. We're exposable for sure. Yeah. To
Yeah.
a certain extent, you know?
The part that I think gives people like us an advantage to some of these big corporate entities coming in from outside of the industry without that experience and the knowledge is like they're caught off guard by all these trends switching and changing at the pace that they do and shit. Like, how many people have we consulted for or worked for that you go in their grow and they're still growing like strains that were, you know, popular in 2006
yeah.
and 2008, and they haven't made any effort to keep up with the new wave, and then they wonder, you know,
Yeah,
why
but-
sales are down.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like, dude, no one is walking into a dispensary in 2019 and looking for, man, I really hope they got some Blue Dream and Super Silver Haze.
Right.
Like, there's a few old heads that are, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
It
Like,
still sells.
there is, you know, there's a market, there's a niche out there to cater to for people that
Yeah.
like all different types of
Right.
weed, new school, old school. I'm not saying like do away with all the old school strains, but when you go into some of these grows and their whole lineup is like something that would have looked great in 2004,
Right.
but it's 2019, and you're like, yo,
Time
what are you
changed.
doing?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I feel like the people that have the experience in this industry and have been in it long enough to see the way these trends come and
They're
go and
making
the
the
way
trends.
everything goes in
Right.
waves, you know? It was like flower, and then it was like really bomb flower, and then it was like dabs, and then it was rosin.
Yeah.
Like everything goes in waves, whether it's
Totally.
strains or
It's trends, bro.
consumption
What is right
methods.
now?
It's
Exactly.
trends.
What do you think right now is?
Strain wise,
No, just like what is the trend of the newest thing? Is it?
it's just the hype weed, honestly. Flowers made a big comeback.
You
Yeah.
look at the
Backwoods
as far as
and
like
fucking all that shit, yeah.
a good example, I mean, is like a lot of these companies are late to the party on a lot of this stuff. Like if you're in the know, then you know about rosin right when it's happening, and you're not surprised that there's rosin grams going for $100.
Yeah.
You know, around here, it's like
Yeah.
you see that stuff coming. If you're kind of playing catch up the whole time and you're not like in the know, really on the ground level, like speaking to people and figuring out what actually
People
sells
want.
and what people actually like, you
Right,
know?
right.
If you're not keeping up with that, then you can pour as much money you want into your big fucking corporate weed company, but if you're not tapping in
Right.
to what's actually going on, to what people are really getting
But-
excited about, then you're not gonna build that buzz.
I think the difference though is like what we're thinking about is our point of view, right? Like what we're looking for, what scratches our back or whatever. But think about how many people now are just like, hey, cannabis is legal. So there's all those people that are going from, oh, I'm not doing this because it's illegal to,
Well,
hey,
no,
it's legal.
dude, that's what I was just about to say. Is like, let's keep it real. Like, people like us are not shopping in shops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The demographic is definitely changing. You know, like, I'm getting my weed off the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it because it's better and it's fresher and
it's cheaper.
I'm getting it from
and-
people that are growing their legal 6 plants. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, it's bomb. Way
Well,
better.
we've talked about this before. Like the California black market is as healthy as ever
Dude,
right now.
This
It-
legalization is fueling
it's
it.
like it's making people want to buy weed in stores less than ever because of how expensive it is. And
Yeah.
like Dan's saying, it's a lot of these people that have never done it before that are like, you know, now that it's recreational,
It's all these tech
becoming
people.
more-
It's all these hipsters.
it's
all
becoming
these
more
rich
socially
people.
accepted. So
Yeah.
these people, especially here in the Bay Area, people with money are walking in and they're
Yeah.
paying these prices. But you're right. When you go into these shops, you look at these lines and you see a different mix of people than you used to see going to weed stores.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's
You know?
it's changing.
I mean,
So that changes your marketing approach, though, right? Because now
Exactly.
you're not marketing to, like, you know, I hate to say it, but like when we could get our car when we were 18, right? So like, dude, they were marketing weed to like 18 to 25-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? With the flat bills and the hat pins, that's gone.
Hey,
Although
boys.
all those kids are now shopping on the street. You know what I'm saying? And the demographics changing to like techies here in the Bay, at least, is like techies, middle class, upper class, hipsters.
you know, that would be a great survey. From the people that were born in the 80s, how many of them are buying weed from dispensaries?
I
Yeah.
mean, not just the 80s, 70s, 60s, you know, people
no, but
that
I'm
were
saying-
afraid to.
I'm saying just our so maybe what 95.
I'm from 90.
I know, so I'm saying 5 years younger than us. People aren't buying. Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think they're buying off the streets.
You know what's interesting about that though?
It's
Like
too expensive.
You're talking about the marketing approach. It's interesting to think about how your marketing approach, even though you're in the same industry, would vary if you're trying to, build up, say, an extract company as opposed to a dispensary. Because like you're saying, with a dispensary, you're not catering as much to that 18 to 25-year-old, or I guess for recreational, 21 to 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Say
Not at all.
maybe the biggest demographic is 35 to 50-year-olds.
It is
like,
now. It is now.
But
Way
for the,
bigger,
but
yeah.
for, if you're trying
It
to build
is.
up an extract company or a weed brand, I think you still want to market to that 18 to 25
agree.
because those are the people that are active on social media. That's
Yeah,
the age group
totally.
that participates and that pushes culture forward. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's the same as music, I
and
feel like.
in 5 years they'll be 25.
Mhm.
You know, and then they'll be eventually be that 35-year-old. So like you want to. I hate to say, you want to catch them young from a marketing.
do.
21 years old, you
You're
want to
right.
catch them
That's who you want as
only
your-
if they smoke weed. I'm not saying you want to like
Lure 'em in.
convince them to smoke weed and lure them in, but like if they smoke weed,
Pick ours.
21 years old, you want to market them to smoke.
How do you
your
market
shit.
to 21-year-olds? I don't know 21-year-olds right now.
I don't either.
I mean, in terms of
That's what I was gonna say. What makes it a challenge? Like we're not old men yet, but haven't you felt that shift already?
There's a
Like
gap.
music is the way I feel it the most. Is like I used to feel like I was always a part of that generation that was like
Making
up on the
music.
new music and pushing like trends and shit. Not that like I was doing that myself personally, but I was a part of that generation
For sure.
And now I feel like the new generation has come in and you
Yeah.
know it's new people that have come in and they think differently than we do. They like different shit than we do. We're finally like moving on to that next, age
it's not us.
separation where it's like, yeah, all this young, like the mumble rap thing is like really what did it for me. I'm like, okay, I come from like a different generation of music. And then it made you understand like older people, like everyone you meet, no matter if they're 25, 45,
Yeah.
65, they all have like their opinion of what is like
Cool.
the heyday of music,
Yeah.
the heyday of sports, whatever it is. It's
It was
always
it was when their prime.
it was when their prime was.
and
Yeah.
it's oftentimes
Like, when I was
it was young.
18,
And they're
like-
18 to 30 years old. It's like that's when whenever that
There's
happened.
something about when you're young though. It makes you
Yeah,
enthusiastic,
exactly.
right? People's best sports memories are not, oh, I remember I went to this game when I was 39. They're like, no, I remember I went to this game with my dad when I was 9.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right. Younger experiences. That I think even younger than 30, bro. I think it's like, I guess for me, but you know what? It depends on when you kind of let loose. I let
Yeah.
loose when I was younger, and then I feel like I kind of, I didn't really taper off, but I mean, as a,
we did.
yeah,
We tapered off, dude. College was crazy. Come on.
yeah, you're right. It was fucking weird.
College was insane, dude. Some of the road trips and shit. Orlando.
Give me your
Yeah.
guys' best college story
I
right
would
now.
say Orlando is probably the best. One
for
of the
sure.
best.
That's got to be one of the. Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah, we went and played. Who was it? Fucking Florida.
Florida Technical.
Florida Technical University. Some weird shit.
Some weird weak
It
ass
was
school.
it
in
was
Florida.
pouring, dude. I actually scored a touchdown in that game too. I
Nice.
ran a slant for a touchdown.
I played like shit. It was super rainy.
But we won 13-10 somehow.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the hotel, and you were buddies with Ryan Anderson, who's in the NBA, baller.
Yeah, high school
He went to high school with him.
in Stratton.
And he hit him up, and he was like, fuck it, come. But it was an hour and a half away, right? So he's like, come on, man, we got to do it. And I was like, no. And then finally I'm like, fuck it. We called a cab in the pouring rain. Took like
a 2-hour carpool up to fucking Orlando we were in like towards Tampa
We
area.
were like almost in Tampa, yeah.
And yeah, and we just went out to all night, went and had a blast, got hammered.
Went and partied NBA style pretty much.
Yeah.
Got red ropes, fucking red carpet, whatever. Walked
Bottle
into
service.
all the clubs. Just
Showed
fucking,
up, leaving though, the best part was our team was getting on the bus.
Yeah, that's the best part.
And we were literally getting home and getting out of the taxi all fucked up.
I'm literally passed out in the back seat. I wake up to Ant like, yo, wake up, bro, wake up. We're here. I'm like, oh, shit, we're here? We get out. Our whole team's loading up on the bus, and our coach looks at us, and it's just like, get your shit.
Hey, good times, man.
Great
That
times.
was a good one.
That was a good one. We were still shit-faced in the airport. Remember you, like,
Ran into the detector.
Yeah, you ran into the metal detector.
Shit, people sign on the desk because that's what's going down.
There you go, buddy.
Hand that man a Sharpie.
Oh,
Man, Sharpie, I'm gonna do. What did people write?
Whatever you
whatever
want, man.
you want. Write us an essay if you want.
Whatever's on your mind.
Dear Dan.
You gotta
Dear
you gotta
Shane.
sign it though. Whatever you write, you gotta sign it.
Yep.
This table's filling up quick. We got stickers. We got signatures. We're gonna run out of room, so it's good
I
you got
guess
here
I'm
when you
gonna.
did.
What are you gonna
You
write?
don't have to do it right now. You can think about
Yeah,
it.
I was thinking about it. I mean, part of me wanted to do a Stussy just because that kind of signifies.
Honestly, you should cap that and do it after and think about it because
Yeah.
that's kind of been tradition. So
All right. Yeah. No. I guess I just didn't know. If I
Maybe
was
something will
invited.
come to you. You know,
Yeah.
midway through the podcast, that light bulb will go off.
I guess I was just excited when I saw Graham's glass gallery over here.
yeah,
Glad to see the homie.
Shout out to Graham. We got to get him on again.
What up,
soon, too.
Graham?
yeah. What up, Graham?
Good dude.
Greasy.
All right, so the situation with Graham is we met Graham. He was running the shop, holding it down
Hey, do you have samples
for
of Terpex?
on me.
Yeah, because he wants to buy. He's doing flower purchasing right now, and he wants to
Perfect.
look at them. We should take him today.
Yeah, that'd be a great call. So I met Graham, and I was like, you know what, Graham, I fuck with you right away. You
Yeah.
know, Graham, I could tell you're a cool guy. Let's go. Let's get high. Got high with him. Then you could just, do business with people a lot easier.
Yeah,
Real
we were
recognize
just.
real,
You're like,
man.
Graham, it's all good. I'm sorry, man. If it's good, great. It works. If it's not, fuck, get out of here. But regardless, we're gonna get high and enjoy life.
Dude, we just said on the Wake and Bake the other day, fucking getting high just makes everything better.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that deserves to be repeated, bro. Like you could, you could eat sober, or you could eat high. What's better? Eating high.
Yeah.
You could play video games sober, or you could play video games high.
You're gonna play video games high and enjoy it every single time.
And you're probably gonna play
Here's
better.
the key, though, right? Here's the key.
What?
I feel like you have to do some things sober sometimes so that you can appreciate how fun and amazing some stuff is when it's
I
high.
agree.
Yeah, but think about it. When do you ever do anything sober?
Touche.
Never. I wake up and get blazed right away, and I smoke all day until I pass out.
Every once in a while. Okay, like I was saying yesterday, I had a 6-hour drive, didn't smoke at all yesterday. I would say by about 4 hours through that drive, I felt pretty damn sober.
Yeah, you're probably pretty sober.
Felt pretty damn sober.
Yeah, absolutely. You're like, all right, was that the drive from LA?
Yeah.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say that that right there makes me appreciate the moment I can get home and just fucking
You're right.
unwind
I did
and get
that.
high.
I did that the other day too when I went to Seaside. I was like, damn, I just drove all the way down here, worked all day, went to the farms, and then came back, and I didn't smoke all day. I was like, damn, I got baked.
Even if
As
you're
soon as I got
around,
home.
even though you're around weed all day, somehow you're like, that's the thing is people think that, just because if you're involved, if you're in the weed industry and if you do this shit for a living, that you're just sitting around smoking, getting high, doing nothing all day.
You're
It's
moving
really
all
not
day.
like
You're
that,
moving.
dude.
You're moving.
Especially if you run a business,
Dude,
you know?
you're right. No, 1,000%. I try not to even blaze until I get everything done that I want to do for the day.
Yeah, you're a lot
Unless-
better about it than we are.
No, yeah, but you know what? My thing's more
I
or
just-
less like,
I function fine. I think I function fine. Hi.
no, I 100%. If I can get in a rhythm, I just have to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
For me, like, I gotta get 2 or 3 like steps of like, all right, here we go, things are good. And then I'm like,
See, that's different. That's different for everybody too.
Yeah.
Because getting the ball rolling for me is some pre-workout and 5 bong rips in the morning.
exactly.
You know what the thing is too is
Yeah.
like we can just keep hitting this bong and like I can get like pretty high. Like even right now I can tell my voice. The higher I get on the podcast, the more my voice gets
Yeah, me
kind of like
too.
that.
Well-
But at the same time, like when I go out into the world, like
You're like, all right.
I can straighten up. What's,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
good?
yeah.
What do we need to talk
But
about?
that's because
here,
the
you know what I mean?
tolerance is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
Right.
that when they get blazed and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, yeah, the tolerance is there, bro. Heavy smokers.
The only time in the last like 10 longer than that now, probably 14, 15 years that I've quit smoking was about 2-3 years ago for like 60, 65 days, something like that. I think
That's
it was like
insane.
62 days, something like
I've
that.
never went even close to that.
I've gone, I want to say 2 months.
yeah.
Challenged myself.
I mean,
Maybe got 2 months in.
Senior year of high school, I went like 3 months, I think. That's it.
Yeah.
So you guys, I just recently heard about this guy that walked across Alaska. My lady was talking about this guy walking across Alaska.
Do you know his name?
I think his name is Colin.
He just did it just now
No,
in the wintertime.
I don't know what it was. Look him up.
Okay, so what's the point of the story? He walked across Alaska doing what? Living off the land?
Here we go.
How many days did it take him?
Became first person to cross Antarctic
Unaided.
unaided.
An American venture has won a grueling race against a British Army officer to become the first person to trek unaided across Antarctica. Colin O'Brady, 33 years old, arrived in the coast of Ross Sea on Wednesday after trekking nearly 1,000 miles across the frozen continent, beating Captain Lou Rudd by hours.
So my
1,000 miles?
challenge to you guys would be, do you think you could walk 15 miles in a day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
In Spain, there was one day we walked like 13 and a half miles, and it was like, yeah, it was a lot of walking, but we were just on the move, checking shit out. If it was a competition, if you told me, yeah, I'll give
I
you...
could walk 25.
25 miles. All right. So I
You
was
give me
thinking
10
about,
racks tomorrow, I'll go walk 15 miles.
let's see how far. I think one day we should see how far we could walk from El Camino Real.
Just all the way down.
How far do you think you could do it?
I mean, I don't know. It's a lot easier to walk when you have a purpose. Like in Spain, like you said, we did 13 and a half miles, and we didn't even realize it, you know? Because we were just going from shop to shop. Then we went to the park. Then we went and went to the museum. Then we went to the beach.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
know?
feel exhausted the next day? 13
No,
miles?
a little bit sore.
Eh,
Little
my
s-
feet were a little bit sore.
calves
Feet.
were a little sore.
But I feel like you build up to that too. You know what I'm saying? For people that live, like, obesity is not near as big of an issue there, because people that
Yeah.
live there, it's more of the culture to walk places.
I-
Not everybody has big cars
Yeah.
and shit.
I think, you know what, to be honest, in 2019, I think the world's doing pretty good here regarding obesity. I haven't seen too many obese people in the last...
Bro, not at all. Obesity is one of the leading
it's
causes of
fucked
death
up,
in the
dude.
U.S.
Hey,
US
I was
is
trying to
fat.
be positive, but honestly...
Dude, okay, check this out. Last year was the first year that the average life expectancy for a white male in America went down. So as technology, as medicine has been getting better throughout the years, average life expectancy
It
has
should be-
steadily been going a little bit up. This is the first year it went
Ever.
down. And
Ever.
they're saying it's because of obesity, the opioid epidemic,
Yeah, the
and
opioid
depression.
epidemic. I think it's the opioid.
Oh my God. This is from 2008, and it says that 32% of men are obese and 35% of women are obese in
That's
the U.S.
insane, dude.
Yeah,
And
but you know,
that's 10 years ago.
but I mean, think about like obesity. What is
Type
is
in
considered
US
Look,
obesity.
look, it says right here though. There are more obese U.S. adults than those who are just overweight. So there's clearly obese, and then there's just like chunky.
Yeah, you have to be kind of, I don't know what the actual criteria is,
Obese
but
is
you have
like
to be
300
significantly
plus.
overweight to be considered
Like
obese.
you have to be like diabetic, pretty much.
I don't know. See what the obesity rate is in Spain, just for comparison.
But it's because
Honestly, people stop moving, bro.
I mean, I would say as I've gotten older, I really enjoy. I like how you spelled Spain though. There.
Oh my God,
What is it?
this is wrong.
What
80
the fuck? That's retarded. 80% of men and 55% of women in Spain will be overweight by 2030 study. Get the fuck
That's
out of here.
stupid.
Well, all I know is you got to keep moving.
You got to keep moving.
Gotta
You know?
keep moving.
That's what. Okay, so that's kind of what was bringing it full circle back to saying, what is the start? Your day is like I'll take the bong rips and the pre-workout. I feel like I got to do a couple different things that I'm not good at when I'm high
Yeah.
in order to get my 3 things going. The
Right.
dog this morning when I woke up.
Would you like to hit this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This morning, my dog, you got a puppy here, and when I woke up and he pissed within the first 5 minutes of being awake, you're so angry.
Yeah.
You're like,
Throws your day off.
yeah, it did. Fucking next thing you know, you're cleaning up piss for the first 20 minutes of your morning.
Yeah, and it's just bad.
It's bad. And I
Bad
punished that
energy.
guy.
I love puppy life, though, man.
Oh,
How is it
shit.
with the new dog?
The challenge is the bathroom. The bathroom, it's easy to love him, easy to hang out with him. And then, the times. A dog takes
a lot of
A
time.
lot of
Takes a
time
lot
in the
of time
beginning.
and effort if you
Yeah.
want to do it right. Is this your first dog?
First
You've had
dog.
like yourself?
First dog I've
Yeah.
had myself.
You got to be harder on him. I'm telling you, from the jump, you got to be.
Really?
It's hard. That's the hardest thing to do is be hard on a puppy.
Are you crate training him?
He's crate training him, but dude, I tried to tell him, you know how if you make it small enough to where they can't really move, they won't shit. He just shits.
He shits in his crate.
He shits and he lays in it. And I'm just
Oh,
like,
that's
ooh.
all bad.
I know. I'm like, oh, he's kind of retarded. Like my dog, I made the crate small enough. She wouldn't shit or piss where she had to lay. So I would get up at 5 in the morning. She'd be whining, you know, but she would sleep all night and then she would start whining. I'd get up. I'd let her out of her crate. I'd pick her up. I'd take her right outside. Boom. She would pee every morning for the rest of and she got it.
The thing about it, bro, is every single dog is different. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I know.
Copper was pretty easy to raise, but would still have accidents sometimes for like even after he was fully potty trained, shit would still happen every once in a while. Maybe
I got
he'd get
lucky.
into something.
I got super lucky.
Leia, one of my Frenchies, basically came to me pretty much potty trained at 8 weeks. I don't think she ever shit in the house. She took a piss in the house maybe like twice, and I swatted her on the nose, told her no, took her outside. Never happened again. The other dog that I got, same breed, same age, got her like 2 months before that. Took about 8 months to like fully fucking potty train. And I had to get up like 3 or 4 times at night with her. Yeah. The other dog would sleep all the way through the night and like not want to get up in the morning.
I got lucky. By like 2 weeks into that routine, she would wake up. I would open the cage. She would run to the front door and sit.
Yeah. See, the most important thing is a routine. That word you just said. Dogs need routine. They need structure, and they need somebody to be like firm with them. Sometimes they're like little puppy. You want to just be all fucking nice to them and shit. But sometimes you really got to put your foot down. Two distinct tones. Because they're looking for alpha. A dog wants someone else to like. He wants someone's lead to follow. You know.
Really. So
especially like a unfixed male dog like that, like he's looking for like structure and
in their younger years. They're looking.
I don't have structure in my own life. How the fuck am I supposed to structure this dog's life? Is my challenge right now. I'm like, all right, wake up, take him outside. That's gonna be the first thing we're gonna do.
That should be the first routine.
But right now I can't do it. That fucking parvo.
You have to, dude. I took my dog outside. You just got to keep him on the sidewalk. You know.
Don't take him to the dog park. Take him up to a fucking soccer field where no one takes dogs. Walk him out or carry him out to the middle and just let him go. And when he fucking takes a shit there,
every day, right when I wake up, go out to a fucking soccer field. That's what I'm saying.
No, not every time, but like I'm just saying, I've never used fucking pee pads. I don't really fuck with the pee pad shit.
I live in an apartment.
That's teaching him a very bad thing.
It's teaching them from the time they're a little kid that there's some place in the house that's okay to go take a shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna have them. Eventually, though, he's just gonna know that we're going outside, and he's gonna piss on the walk every morning. You know, like
he's a golden, right? Golden retriever. Yeah. They're smart dogs, bro. He'll be good. It just takes him some time.
You just gotta get it in them quick though, because you know they do develop like habits quick.
I mean, do I get him to shit on the patio?
Yes, at least like take them outside to shit on the pad,
Yeah, the pad's got to go outside from now on.
Yeah.
My one little Frenchie that was a bitch to train to fucking, do everything right, she would go outside and shit on the rocks right by the grass. And I was like, fuck, man, it's right there. Shit on the grass. But it was also trying to potty train her in December in Colorado where it's fucking
cold as shit.
3 degrees out at night, and I'm trying to take her out. So obviously if you live somewhere like that where it's cold and you got a dog that to this day she don't like the rain or the cold, she just didn't want to go out in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't say that the weather's been the excuse. That's not it.
Raising them on the beach,
it's the damn shots. You just got to be able to take them right out. Like you have to literally take them and be like, yo, let's go. You're shitting and pissing right now. Outside.
But it's so
He'll give you little signals, bro. You got to keep an eye on him and recognize it.
He speaks like literally with eyes. I was asking my buddy the other day, do you think if you came home and somebody was in your house, if your dog could tell you, hey, someone's here, like right when you got home?
Yeah. Right? They'd be barking and shit.
Acting all types of fucking weird, right? Yeah. And then he would probably run to where the person's hiding.
Right.
Right? Like, for the most part, your dog would be able to tell you.
You would know something was up. If the dog thought something was up, they would find a way to let you know.
So, like, when I'm sitting there, I talking to the dog, driving, just literally conversating with him. And I'll literally just think to myself, like, he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. He understands me. Dogs have,
Yeah, maybe.
They do.
No, I think they just understand very basic things like food and tone, and
I think they just understand your tone.
They also they do feel energy. They know when you're sad. They know when you're happy.
Yeah.
But they don't understand English.
It goes back to structure, bro. The most important thing to getting dogs to understand is to be repetitive. Say this: if you want them to do a certain thing, if you want them to sit, you need to say sit.
You got to get
time.
Treats.
Yeah.
And you got to use whatever you want them to do. You teach them how to do it one way, whether it's a hand motion or verbal,
I
but it
haven't-
has to
See,
be the same word.
hold on, because every time I would take Lonnie out and make her shit and piss in the grass, at 5 a.m. I would come immediately back in and give her a treat. Immediately.
Yeah.
She knew. She would go and she would sit. Then, like 2 weeks in, she would go and sit by the cabinet where the
Reward
treats,
system.
where the treats were. She would sit there.
And it doesn't even have to be like, it could be whatever the dog likes the most. Like if they're like Copper, you reward them with treats. You want them to do something that you want them to do,
Food
you
is his
bring a
number
treat
one,
into the
yeah.
equation. Lucy, she loves to play ball. She would
Yeah.
rather play ball than get any kind of treat. So you bring the ball into the equation.
Boom, ready.
You
Yeah.
know, it just depends on the dog.
You got to find what makes it tick.
Lonnie loves both food and ball.
And that's what I'm
So-
saying. They're
yeah.
damn near like humans, but it's just a lot simpler, you know? Like, you're to put in front of, if what everybody really, whatever anybody really, really wants in life, you were to put it in front of them, you could probably get them to operate like a dog.
Every dog really does have its own personality, just like a person.
It does,
It's
though.
trippy.
Interested to see how, you know, a calm puppy personality will be when he's older. Does it mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of think that when I come home and I'm like, "What's up, man?" and I fuck with him, you know, I kind of think that he's learning that that's how you say hello to people. Like right when he came home here to Copper Day, he was like, "What's up?" Boom, hit him. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
they
fuck?
like to play and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just
That's normal puppy shit.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
playful.
Lonnie and Jordan's dog used to just run headfirst into each other all the time. Just
yeah.
As soon as he has all his shots, though, it's good to socialize him as much as possible. Because
Yeah.
if he's around like older dogs like that, he'll realize like he'll be able to recognize like, oh, this
It's
is
an
an
older
older
dog.
dog.
Rather than-
He's
yeah.
not
and
that
he'll
into playing.
start mimicking him too. Like
Yeah.
if he pisses outside, for instance, he'll piss outside.
Yeah, like I got 4 dogs, bro, and I'll tell you what, it's easier to train a new dog when you can just take them outside with,
With
the other
the other
3
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah, you're like, watch this. Is
You get
what
a puppy,
do.
you take them outside with 3 dogs that are potty trained at the same time. They watch all the dogs go out there, sniff around, piss and shit, and they realize like, oh, that's what you do out here.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, Gary's gonna learn quickly. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're gaming you up, man, because
Great.
he's been through it. Insane,
dogs,
dude.
man.
He
Dogs
just
are
went.
great.
He's stayed up numerous nights with no. I don't know how he's done it. I got super lucky. My dog was literally just like an angel. You know,
Yeah.
like I got lucky. You know, Jordan.
Totally
not,
depends on
Jordan,
the
not
dog.
so much. I had to help train her sometimes, and God, that was terrible. But
Dogs are hard, dude.
yeah, everyone's different. You know, you get lucky sometimes, and sometimes you don't. But the good thing is, they do get trained.
It's hard to living in an apartment and having a dog and having a job is a challenge.
Fuck yeah.
For anybody out there that's doing it, you know, keep the grind going because that's a horrible combo.
Let's get back to
Yeah.
jobs and the grind. People are probably, wondering when we're going to start talking about some weed stuff.
Here we go.
And people a lot of times have misconceptions about what working in the weed industry is. How many hours a week do you work?
I mean, this is work right here, so I feel like I work the whole week, fucking 50 hours.
Yeah, it depends what
Yeah.
what you define as work, right?
Yeah, I consider the whole entire day work. I wake up, I'm like, all right, I'm reading about the shit. Then I go to work. I delivering donuts at 8 in the morning. Then you got meetings, you got calls. You do shit like this that you enjoy that's like weed related.
Yeah.
I got a meeting at 1 o'clock. Got another meeting at 3 o'clock. Driving the whole, being in the car.
Yeah, a lot of it is spent driving around,
Yeah.
waiting in these waiting rooms for these buyers who,
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Sometimes they feel like they are, well, you're definitely working on their time.
Yeah, you are.
You
You're trying to make a sale in their
in their
shop.
house.
Like,
Yeah, you're on their turf. So it's like, it's understandable.
But-
But it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of driving. Yeah.
It's changing a lot though. Like a lot of it's getting more and more structure. I feel like no matter what team or company
Yeah, I
it
mean-
is, it's all trying to be organized to the point to see.
They're starting track and trace, and they're doing all these distribution companies. They're starting to implement these like online platforms and like these, these programs that are, what is it called? That stuff that analytics that you get.
Oh yeah, everything's turning just like any other industry though.
Yeah.
It's turning to consumer packaged goods. You
Right.
know?
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. It's got so much money in it right now. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of money. in
But
it.
still not that much. Well, the other day when I was thinking like, all right, if a company gets 100 mil, I'm like, Colin Kaepernick got 100 mil.
From where?
The fucking
That's what they
Niners.
reported
He
at first.
did, huh?
Didn't he?
It was more like 40, I think.
I know, but it's still the same exact time. How many contracts really get fulfilled in the weed game? I don't know. Hey, I'll give you $100 million deal, and
Well, a lot of these are you hear about these big deals, and what people may not realize on the surface is it's stock options. A lot of the time, it's not like cold hard cash.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you hear about a company selling a certain percentage for $10 million or whatever,
No one's getting cold cash. The weed game. It's a big
big of a pump and dump.
There's a
going
big
on.
kind of front on it right now. I'm gonna keep it real. Like,
it's the pump and
you know,
dump.
there's not. You're right. There's not as much money in weed as they're making it seem.
Yeah.
They're pumping it. But dude, I went into Theraleaf yesterday and I wanted to buy 2 ounces of Terp X, some Jack and some Fire OG. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't.
No, 1 ounce limit.
Get out
I
of here.
found that out the other day
There's
too.
a 1 ounce limit. Dude, it's like you could go fill up a pickup truck full of beer or
you're right.
vodka or Patron or whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah, what
dude.
the fuck?
And you're telling me I can only buy an ounce of fucking weed? I've smoked an ounce before in a day.
No, you're right though. That is
Easy.
insane.
That's like 6 backwoods, bro, or whatever. 7, 8 backwoods.
Think about that. Hey, I'm gonna go grab 9 kegs. Not a problem.
Yeah, easy. You
Easy.
could fill up a U-Haul.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
You could go to Bevmo and be like, here's my Amex. I'm going to take every bottle you got. And they would be like, oh, sweet.
So it is recreational at this point, right? What's the difference between, like you said, you can go to the store, buy as much alcohol as you want, and be like, I'm throwing a party tonight. I'm having a bunch of responsible adults over. We're going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
People are
No one's driving.
Yeah, no one's going to drive. They're all my neighbors. They live down the street. We're going to walk home.
What the fuck? This shit pisses me off. Seriously.
That is insane.
You're saying I can only buy an ounce of weed. That's 8 of these. 8.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I've smoked 8 of these in a day, bro. Easy. I smoked fucking 20 of these in a day.
And how annoying is it when you go to buy an ounce of weed and they give you 8 of those?
Here's another thing. What if I'm what if I'm going up to my retreat house in Tahoe? I know there's a dispensary there. That's a bad example. Say you're going to your lake house where there's not a dispensary.
Hey, you're going snowboarding up in the mountains
for
for
300
a few
miles. There's no dispensary, and you want to take a quarter pound.
Yeah.
You're telling me I gotta go for 4 days in a row? I gotta go buy an ounce every single day before my trip? Come on.
That's wild. To think that they put the cap on.
So you gotta
buying weed,
drive.
though.
So you're 300 miles from a dispensary, and you gotta drive 300 miles, buy an ounce, drive back. Drive 300 miles, buy an ounce, drive back. Like,
Or you're supposed to go to the dispensary like 3 or 4 days in a row before you leave and buy an ounce every single day and just keep coming back.
Yeah.
Keep coming back and
Yeah.
keep coming back.
yeah, no, I was saying if you like permanently live up there, you
Yeah.
know, take it a step
Ooh,
further.
yeah.
What if you live there? You live 300 miles from a
That's
dispensary.
true.
Yeah. You should be able to fucking stock up.
You should
for
be like,
the
yo,
next
bro, I'm
year.
driving 300 miles. Let me buy a fucking pound.
Yeah.
That's true. If there should be some kind of exemption for if you live a certain
Yeah.
number of miles.
Miles away
I mean,
from
they
the
should just,
weed
they just
store.
need to, there needs to be no exemption. They need to lift that fucking law.
It's gonna be weird. Do you think that every single town will have weed for sale in 10 years?
Well, dude, how much do you think that's capping the market also? You're not allowing people to buy an unlimited amount. Like alcohol is like
Unlimited,
booming
yeah.
because it's unlimited. You can go buy as much as you want. There's no limit at bars. There's no limit at
But you could bu-
Bevmo.
but
We went one time to Safeway and filled up 3 shopping carts.
No
with
problem.
Completely full, overflowing of alcohol, every single kind of beer,
Yeah.
every single kind of hard liquor.
Yeah.
Several thousands of dollars worth
And look
of
how many
alcohol,
people have
and
died from doing that type of shit, you know, and people already know.
no one said nothing.
But what I'm saying is like in my hometown they don't have a dispensary. So like the town next to them doesn't have a dispensary. The town next to them doesn't have a dispensary.
That's what I'm saying.
So how many people out of those people would just regularly buy weed at the store if you had it there, just like it was gas or if it was
A lot.
beer?
A lot.
A lot. It would probably be incredible how much
Yeah.
people would buy it. Just
Can we go apply?
yeah, no, I would love to, but
You got any ties there?
I don't. I don't have any ties. How do you get involved with ties like right from your hometown? Just start climbing the ladder.
Go to the city building and be like, yo, I'm from here and I want to open a dispensary.
Yeah, you would get so rich, it'd be insane. Dispensaries where there's no other dispensary with like in a population of 100,000 people or more, just one would do really
I'll tell you
well.
what, one of the most successful groups I ever consulted for, is the Alaska group.
Yeah.
They kill it, man, in Fairbanks. And you know why? Because they regulated it right. They only allowed, I think, 4 shops in a demographic where there's 85,000 people, I believe.
Yeah.
85,000 people, 5 shops feeding that. That's, pretty good.
Good, yeah.
You should be.
They do good.
Some states do better at others at finding that balance of allowing the right number of shops in the right areas to meet market demand and have everything balance out to where it's the perfect level of consumer happiness with prices and still businesses being able to make money and be successful. And like you said, they limit it to 4. If they had 16 shops there, everybody would be scratching and clawing just to make it. They specifically designed it to where they only allow enough to where they can meet demand, but there's still enough profit in it for everybody to be successful.
Right. Then they kind of did that here in San Jose by only allowing like 16, 15, something like that. But I think there needs to be like 6. And I honestly think that over time, some are going to fall off, unfortunately, and get absorbed by,
But then at the same time, like, you got to look at the other side of the coin too, right? Like, say you're just a small business owner in Alaska and you do something, to make a bunch of money. Like, you make smart business decisions throughout your 20s and 30s, and in your 40s, you're like, you love weed, and you're like, I want to open up a fucking weed store here in my hometown in Fairbanks, but they only allow 4 stores.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Should that guy be able to open up his own store and start growing his own weed?
I think so.
Yeah, why not?
But if they only allow a certain number of stores, then he's fucked, right?
No, he just got to win.
But I'm saying he comes to say right now there's only 4 stores allowed in Fairbanks, right? Those licenses have already been given out. These are already businesses established. Shit's already going.
Tough luck then.
Yeah.
I think as population grows, he should be able to maybe.
It should be free market though, right? Like if you decide you want to
like
start a business,
if you want to like open a Jack in the Box, you're saying, then you can. But
that's like a franchise of a business. So like, say you just want to start your own new business. Say that guy's like, yo, I grow way better weed than all these shops here in Fairbanks. I could deliver a better product, make lower margins.
Yeah. Make it's a drug though. At the end of the day, like that comes with privilege. Like it's different starting like a clothing company.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like getting a alcohol distribution license or like an a bar license, whatever you call it, or like something that like it's hard to get, but it comes with privilege. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but there should be some path or some process, even if it's long and tedious, to get to that end goal, right?
I think that at that point you would maybe like, I don't know, approach a shop that already exists and be like, I'm interested in franchising a second location for you, or I don't know, something like that.
See, I think trying to navigate the weed industry is fun because if you could kind of get it going, if you can navigate it right now, I feel like you could navigate it probably any other industry, which is good to know. Even if, life completely takes a flat fail, you could go do kind of copy any.
I mean, I know a lot of people in the weed industry are hurting right now.
Or people that are trying to get out. I bet you a lot of them are going to be able to go find new avenues.
What do you think is the biggest reason that certain businesses are hurting right now? Let's just talk about California.
In California?
Yeah, specifically.
I think it's the demographic change. I think it's the black market thriving. There's shops that are suffering for sure. You see them.
And the black market thriving because of taxes?
Because of taxes driving prices up. I mean, dude, if you want to get a fire eighth, you're looking at least $55.
Yeah, but
that's a lot of money for somebody when you can get a zip on the street for $180 of the same quality.
The quality of that eighth, because 55 is being modest. There's a lot. We've bought shit for reviews that 70, 80. 75. I've seen stuff $80.
I paid $80. It was ridiculous.
You know, and it's never worth it. You know? So it's like at the end of the day, we're paying twice what that cost 2 years ago. You know? Like you could get you could get fire weed for 40 an eighth at just about any shop a few years ago.
But now you can get it on the street. Same quality shit for 180.
Yeah.
A zip, an ounce for 8/8.
So what is the happy medium, right? Because you see right now out in Colorado, or at least we saw it towards the end of our time there, like margins went down for most products like 200% during the time that we were there. You know what I'm saying? What your company used to be able to charge $15 for in the 3 years that we were there was $4.50 by the end, by the end of that duration.
I mean,
so what is the natural progression, and where's that good balance? Because there, people are struggling to make the margins just to make it worthwhile to be in the business. Out here, people are struggling to do the same thing, but it's because of taxes. It's not because, prices are still high.
Well,
and
there's
taxes are high.
also tons of competition. There's tons of competition. There's a lot more brands out here than
There's more competition here than was in Colorado.
Oh, by far. That's another really key factor, I think, is the competition.
Yeah.
There's more choice. There's more options out here. It took longer to finally get fully legalized weed out here.
And like I said, once again, the black market in California, dude. Like in Colorado, the legal market pretty much squashed the black market. There were still a few people, doing basement grows and shit. I'm not saying that. Like, there probably still is.
It was just connoisseurs that really wanted to grow really good weed for themselves, and maybe a couple of their close friends that appreciated really good weed, because there's an issue with a lot. You think we have issues with dry weed out here from stuff sitting in a jar through testing and shit? It's 10 times worse out there, bro.
Yeah.
So I kind of got lost there.
That's all right. It happens. You need a bong rip?
Pack her in.
Yeah, I'm packing you one up right now.
I was stuck on something. I was trying.
Anthony Bananas looks lit over there.
I am lit over here. It's good.
We're parking lotted.
Parking lot. What the fuck was I gonna say? But man, you know what? The thoughts just keep rolling.
It happens.
I was staring at that damn thing, looking at it. I was like, "What? I had it." Patient.
This is kind of a distracting environment. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of shit that you honestly can get lost with here.
You're right. It is very distracting because how many times I've looked at Mac Dre and that Rhinus, the T-Rex. Those two are like instantaneously.
There's a lot going on.
Batman.
Fucking Batman just chilling over here.
It's just interesting to think about, and to try to not necessarily predict, but just kind of try to play the game of trying to, I guess predict what's going to be next, and what, like we were talking about earlier, what the trends are, and just like, I'm very intrigued to see what happens in the market in California specifically in the next 16, 18 months.
It's going to be very exciting to see how it unfolds. I like I said, I think it's a constant moving target, and we're just constantly trying to find that and hit it. You know what I'm saying?
I think the funnest part of weed in the future will be international business.
Yeah, you think so?
Fuck yeah! Imagine selling a bunch of Cali weed to introducing it to a different country.
It's got to go federal first before that happens. We got to be able to take it to that's what I'm saying, different states first.
The future.
Yeah, the future. I hope we live to see that, though. I mean, they're taking.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna.
They
see
are
that.
taking their sweet time, dude. If you would ask me 10 years ago, we all said 10 years ago, "Oh, we'll be federally legal in 10 years," right? That all came out of our mouth. Like 10 years is a long time. Guess what? It fucking went. Remember?
I mean, it's gotten pretty close.
We were smoking with our medical cards when we were 18. We're 28 now.
And now
when you asked me when I was 18, do you think weed will be legal? When do you think weed will be federally legal? I said 10 years.
Yeah. But now half the country does use cannabis though. Like,
doesn't it feel like we're always getting closer though? Like every year feels like it's a little closer.
Why don't they just do it?
Because it takes time.
It takes money. That's what it takes. They want to get paid.
Yeah, you're right. They want to get paid a whole entire way.
But it's like, dude, they're choking people out right now, man. Like the tax here in San Jose is insane. I don't want to say it exactly, but I want to say it's just the city tax is what, 30+%, right?
Yeah. No, I mean not just the city. It's total. It's like 34%. But
okay,
that's what I was trying to say. So everybody's getting choked out right now. All right. So if you are 56 and older and listening to this, you're getting choked out, it's fucking gonna be a grind because you don't have that much like longevity to play this thing out. But if you're in your 20s or 30s, if you just ride out the weed train, you're probably gonna do pretty good by the time 10 years, the growth happens with that.
Yeah,
it's just like the boom of any other industry.
Yeah, exactly.
That
who
is
gets in at the
kicking
right
off.
time.
It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Just like any other industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like I watched that Murder Mountain documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
And like that, I actually kind of liked the way they pieced that together. I really did. That was actually kind of a good series. It hooked me. I watched all 6. I think there's 6. I watched it right in a row.
That's the best way to go on, honestly, on those things.
Yeah, because then you just stay locked in.
Yeah, I don't like the come back 2 days later.
No.
You know, watch it.
I
It's
just like.
hard.
I'm a binge watcher.
Me
I like
too.
to just
Netflix,
sit
bro.
there.
It's the only way to go.
I like to sit there with a bong and
You're like, fuck that. I'm gonna watch the next episode. We got
Yeah.
12 of them. I got
Roll-
nothing to do today.
roll it.
I can't remember.
Run it.
I don't think I've watched like a weekly TV show in
Yeah.
fucking 10 years.
Who
you
was
know?
the last one? You know what? Honestly, the last one that I could kind of recall is Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
It was like Sunday nights or something. Like you could get.
Dave,
You know
it was
what?
the
Ray
Chappelle
Donovan.
Show.
That's probably
Ray
the last
Donovan.
one I would like wait for.
I need to
every
catch
week.
up on that. I'm only on like season 3.
RDZ.
RDZ. I like that one. But anyways, I was going back to the Murder Mountain thing. I really like how they put that together. Mostly because I like the way that they were like explaining how big corporate weed is just coming in and fucking the culture of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose the culture necessarily, but it's definitely the demographics changing.
Murder Mountain. That one's the Humboldt one where their people are building shit butt naked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I watched some of it and fell asleep, but I'll be honest, it was I didn't really make it too far past the guys walking around butt ass.
Well, you got to make it past that,
I
man.
was kind of like, well, now it's late. Not watching.
Dude, that was in the 70s, bro.
I
There's
know
been
there
a lot of like mystery, murder, like type
All right,
shit
I'm
going
not talking
up on
about.
Netflix
I
lately.
mean, I
that's
thought
been
that
fire.
was intriguing. I like that part of it, but I'm talking more about like they showed a lot of like, licensed farms and how they're struggling up in Humboldt and how they're pushing everybody out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's really sad.
They're pushing all the farmers out.
I mean, a lot of people are struggling up there, big time. They're just They're squeezing them on the taxes and all the fees that it takes, and they're
Yeah, it's not a very profitable industry.
No, it's not.
But I mean, what are they trying to? Yeah, why do they do that?
I don't know, because they're greedy, man. I mean, the government's like, all right, you want to do this legally? Well, then we're going to just tax. It's extortion. It's
Yeah.
legal extortion is what it is. I mean, 34% here in San Jose. Get the fuck out of here, man. You're taxing a third of retail price.
How? Damn.
That means if you pay, just say to make it easy, $100, which I've seen before for an eighth. I won't say the brand, but $100, you're paying fucking $33 in tax. That means it's $133 out the door.
What I will say is
134, right? 34%.
I'm okay with higher taxes on weed. Like most states tax weed pretty heavily, higher than most commodities.
Sales tax
but
is usually 8%.
in Colorado, what I noticed is like that money you can see it being spent on things in the
Schools
community,
and shit,
infrastructure, roads, shit
Right
like
away.
that. There you see development going on everywhere, and obviously it's a booming area. You don't know how much of that is just straight weed tax money, but
Yeah.
when you live there, you assume that it's a good amount.
Well, Colorado
I don't
used
feel
to-
that same thing going on here in California
not
with
at
all this
all.
money they're taking.
No.
What are they putting it towards? It'd be great to know if they were building,
They're
something.
backdoor. They're putting it in their own pocket. Dude, in Colorado, there was always road work going on. Always, dude. And I'm like, obviously, there's other tax revenue besides cannabis, but they would always publish articles like 25 million last month from cannabis strictly from cannabis went to elementary
Wow.
schools. Yeah. They would like publish shit like that.
That's great.
I don't see none of that out here. It's all
You
it's
know,
so corrupt.
We should
and-
go try and find where the money is going.
We should.
Hey, we just
Excuse
wanna-
me. The tax here is 34%. We want to know where that's going.
Yeah, like go up and see. I guarantee it's all public records, right? If they're taking money from the,
I would assume so.
It would be
I mean,
public, I
probably
would
not
assume.
though. It's probably, corrupt. It's weed money.
gosh, isn't that crazy?
It's insane. Our government's taking weed money right now. It's federally illegal, but they're taking
Taking
weed.
it.
They're taking weed money.
They're taking a lot of weed money.
What's up with that, bro? Are they putting it in banks?
Ooh,
I don't know.
what are they doing with our tax? The money
They're
that's coming
taking
from.
they're taking federally illegal money.
I never really
It goes
think
into
about
like the
that.
treasury, right?
It has to go into the treasury.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is still getting a cut of that on his pension.
I would like to know
Really?
that, dude.
I bet Arnold's getting a cut of
Our
that.
own government's breaking the law. They're money laundering.
got to get this weed money.
We got to
Arnold.
get this weed money. We're money laundering. That's an interesting question.
That is really crazy to really back it up all the way.
To really fucking break it down, dude. I mean, I know for a fact, I've been to shops here in San Jose that right now, the policy is they take bags of cash.
The government.
No, the stores, the dispensaries here in San Jose take bags of cash to the fucking state building and pay their taxes.
Wow.
That's the policy right now.
That's what we had to do in Colorado for all of our like payroll taxes and shit.
It's insane.
Walk them down there.
It's like, what if we get robbed or something, bro? Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's been an issue in a lot of areas
guess what?
too, you know?
Guess what? They can take the cash and put it in a bank, in the treasury bank or whatever. That's bullshit.
It is. You know, what do you think they're eating out there with all of our money? Because I'm gonna grab some lunch soon.
I'm hungry.
Starving. Did you guys already have breakfast?
No.
Did you? I had a donut this morning to start the day.
I had a protein shake.
So did I.
How did it feel?
Not great. You're never happy after you eat
Nah,
donuts.
I
for
try not to.
breakfast.
That's just.
I agree,
That's
but
just
in the
a
moment,
You know,
seems like the greatest idea.
It is
ever.
a good little rush, and initially
It's a sugar crash.
A little bit of carb, but not a sugar. I just think it makes you kind of, you know, for the day. I think you need to fuel yourself early in the day
with some healthy stuff.
Yeah, a shake. What is the? I wonder what is like the optimal.
I start every day with a nice shake.
Shake
And a banana,
shake.
maybe a banana.
A banana's a good
Yeah.
one. A banana is an apple.
So supposedly it's way different if you take your banana and you take your protein shake. If you put that banana in the protein shake, supposedly it's a lot worse for you than if you eat the banana and you chew it up and you eat it.
Says who?
Says like fucking scientists and doctors and shit apparently, because there's a process in breaking down the food with the saliva in your mouth
Of the banana?
that does something to like get it ready when it goes into your stomach that makes your body break it down like the right way. And when you blend everything up and you just drink it, I guess that process doesn't take place and your body doesn't know how to, I don't know like all the science behind it, but your body doesn't know how to like use that mixture efficiently
Google
or the
it.
right way or
Wow,
whatever.
no, I believe him.
I mean, that's something I want to know about. I eat bananas.
I eat them with my shake though.
Just type in eating bananas versus blended bananas
Yeah.
health or something. I mean, we got Antoine Bananas on the show.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, this was something that, you know, where's blending?
It's not just bananas, it's all fruits in general. Like, there you go. Why whole fruit is healthier.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, good thing I don't blend my
It
bananas.
has something to do with the sugar, right?
I love bananas though in the milk. Milk bananas, banana
like
milk.
banana milkshakes.
Yeah.
Peanut butter chocolate banana milkshakes. Oh, you're right. Those are so good.
What if that's what we had for lunch after having donuts this morning?
All this
Shane?
food talk. I mean, I'm gonna need to eat.
I know, but you know,
I'm gonna need to eat. Yeah.
me too.
What are we eating?
What is the best food in San Jose for lunch?
Oh man, that's tough to get into. I'm thinking more just like an Ike Sando.
Ike Sando could be on the top
Or
list.
like, what about a Chavez burrito?
Chavez burrito is always clutch.
We could go get a Punjab.
Oh, we could get Punjab Cafe. Nah, I'm not feeling Indian today.
What a legendary name, though.
I
for a
know.
restaurant.
I feel-
They did it. They
I-
did
hey,
it. They did
They
it.
just
did it.
went for it.
They
They're like,
went
fuck
for
it.
They're like, fuck it. Like, I feel like that's racist, though, right? Is it racist?
Punjab?
Punjab Cafe? I mean, I walk in there and I say it every time because I can get away with it.
I mean,
Like, oh, hey, I like Punjab Cafe.
They just knew that idiots like us would have way
They
too
say-
much fun saying it and asking each
We're
other,
gonna-
hey, you want to go get a Punjab?
Want to go get a Punjab?
have you gotten the Punjabi special recently?
It's bomb.
It's bomb every time.
It is. They got the bomb fucking naan and, you know, the butter chicken. Oh, man.
It's that real deal Holyfield,
That
man.
sounds pretty good, actually. I don't know. But not for lunch. I think I'm going with Chavo burrito, I think.
It does sound pretty good. I got the munchies. Well, I think that pretty much wraps this one up. Want to thank you for joining us.
Thank
Ant,
you,
for another
guys.
episode.
Yeah, thanks, dog.
always nice to have you on
Always
and-
good to chat it up.
We have to have you on more often.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
I think we should do like maybe a monthly segment, just check in on, see where the fucking industry's at and crack the shit and, you know, maybe look at some funny videos or something like that.
You give us our weed report. Let us know what's going on out there in the world.
I'll put together something next time we could run through some. You know, what we should look up next time is all the numbers of the top sales.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. That should be public data. Yeah.
It is. It'd be a cool thing to go
Cool.
over.
All right.
We'll have to. That's what we'll run over next time.
Yeah, you're always fucking rattling off random numbers and stats
It'd be-
about
Let's get some
fucking
facts.
shit going
Let's get
on.
some
I mean,
facts for
you'll-
the
Jot
people.
those down on your phone for next time.
Exactly. We'll jot them down here. We'll show them out.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, yeah, definitely thanks for joining us. And follow us on all the social media bullshit out there. The CCC 420, Danny Flavors, Shane O'Mac. And we'll catch you next week.
Yep, we'll be back next week with another episode, normal style. But until then, I hope everybody is great the fuck out there. Grape Gang, go hard.
Peace,
GDP for
Earthlings.
life.
Later.
Goodbye, Earthlings.
Adios.
Later.